So having recently reviewed a bunch of VPNs, I thought I'd make a best 3 VPNs video. More people are using the internet now more than ever before, so more people are looking to secure their data with VPNs, unblock Netflix libraries, or stream and torrent safely. And if you're in the market for a VPN, maybe this video could help you determine which VPN might be the right choice for you. Today we're going to look over each of these VPNs in terms of privacy policies and jurisdiction, speed, streaming and torrenting, and finally security and features. And if you're interested in any of these, you'll find links to special deals and discounts in the description down below. Now starting with privacy policy and jurisdiction. Now if you've seen any of the previous content, you'd know that ExpressVPN is what I usually like to use for most VPN related matters. It's reliable, quick, and most importantly, very safe. The company makes it clear that they have a strict no logging and no connection logs policy in place, and they disclose which information is kept about you, which is very minimal, and none of which can be used to identify or incriminate users in any way. It's about as close to zero logs as you will find. Express is transparent about which information they collect and which information they don't, and that reassures users concerned with privacy and anonymity. ExpressVPN is based in the British Virgin Islands, which has full sovereignty over its own data regulations and is outside the invasive 14 Eyes jurisdiction. They cannot be legally required to provide any kind of information about their users. A 2018 report by the Center for Democracy and Technology questioned ExpressVPN in great detail and concluded that the servers were both extremely difficult to compromise and limited in the amount of data that could be revealed, in the case that they were. Express has had its privacy policy tested by having its Chrome extensions audited by Cure53 in 2018 and another audit in 2019 by PricewaterhouseCoopers, both resulting in reports with good standing. This was proven in a high-profile case in Turkey in which law enforcement seized a VPN server leased by ExpressVPN but could not find any server logs that would enable investigators to link activity to a user or even determine which users or whether a specific user were connected at a given time. That case is a reassuring selling point for Express's privacy policy, though I would still love to see a brand new audit now that many more people are using the internet to really put Express's policy integrity to the test. Now with Nord, they're very transparent about their data collection as well. They never track the IP addresses that you use, the websites you visit, and files that you download, or the time or duration of your online sessions. It's as close to zero logs as it can be, and there's really no evidence to suggest otherwise since they've never been breached, and they are based in Panama, far beyond the reach of the US and European data retention laws. So even if foreign governments approach Nord asking for information, they are not obliged or compelled to answer to them. And either way, Nord cannot link any of your online activity to you personally, and no information that can identify you is stored or shared in any capacity. And to add to the credibility of that statement, Nord had its no logs privacy policy audited by PricewaterhouseCoopers once in 2018 and another time in 2020. Both audits successfully verified Nord's no logs policy and confirmed their privacy claims. I look forward to another audit in 2021 though. Now Surfshark explained in their privacy policy page how some information may include which pages visitors visit and how long visitors may stay on a particular page. Now, I wouldn't exactly call this a strict no logs policy. While none of this information may be traceable back to the user or identifiable in the first place, it's still a stretch to call this a truly no logs policy. Compared to Nord and Express, Surfshark's privacy policy may be lacking behind in terms of the amount of information they collect. But having said that, they've never been breached and no user information has ever been leaked. And just like Express, they're located in the British Virgin Islands, so being outside the jurisdiction of the 5, 9, and 14 Eyes Alliance, they're not obliged to answer to any government asking for information. And to support their privacy claim, audit firm Cure53 investigated the Chrome and Firefox extensions of Surfshark in November 2018 and essentially concluded that Surfshark are not exposed to any major issue neither in the privacy nor in the more general security realms. So that's very good to hear. But having said that, we haven't seen another audit since then. Considering the times we're living in 2021, where more and more people are using the internet, this is a great chance for VPNs to show that they're still as safe as they can be. Now for the speed results, keep in mind that these results will vary depending on your connection speed, ISP, and distance between you and the server you're trying to connect to. I'm going to be using Ookla for the speed test, and I'll be testing the same country using the mainly functioning protocols like OpenVPN, UDP, and WireGuard based protocols. And then using the fastest protocol from each VPN, I'll test servers that are much farther. Also note that any decrease below 20% is considered great, and anything up to a 30 to 40% drop is still good. Granted, your initial speed is fast enough to take a 40% drop in speed. Now my initial download speed without a VPN is at 11.88 megabits per second and 0.82 megabits per second of upload. And for the sake of time, I'll only be measuring the download percentage drops. With Express on the French server using the OpenVPN UDP protocol, I got a 6.9% drop at 11.06 megabits per second. And on the Lightwave protocol, I got a 10.3% drop at 10.66 megabits per second. Using the faster protocol in this situation, which is OpenVPN UDP, to test the New York server, which gave me an 8.8% drop at 10.83 megabits per second and a 10.8% drop at 10.60 megabits per second on the Japanese server. With Nord, I got a 6.5% drop at 11.10 megabits per second on the OpenVPN UDP, and on the NordLynx protocol, I got a 6.3% drop at 11.13 megabits per second. Now using NordLynx, I got a 9.6% drop on the New York server at 10.73 megabits per second and a 20.3% drop at 9.47 megabits per second on the Japan server. With Surfshark, I got a 7.7% drop at 10.97 megabits per second on the OpenVPN UDP. And on the WireGuard protocol, I got a 6.9% drop at 11.05 megabits per second. Using WireGuard, I got a 15.6% drop on the New York server at 10.02 megabits per second and a 16% drop at 9.98 megabits per second on the Japan server. So for nearby servers, Nord seems to be getting the best results here. Though when it comes to connecting to much farther servers, Express is in the lead. And finally, Surfshark is maintaining a healthy balance between the two. For streaming, Express works very well, from Netflix, BBC iPlayer to HBO and Amazon Prime Video. It reliably works to unblock geo-restrictions on many sites with little to no buffering thanks to the consistency in download speeds. I had no problems accessing different Netflix libraries, be it American or Japanese. They were all available despite Netflix's efforts to circumvent these workarounds. ExpressVPN is completely unrestricted when it comes to torrenting across ExpressVPN's entire server network. There's no bandwidth limit on peer-to-peer activity either, so there are absolutely no worries when it comes to torrenting securely with zero leaks and a dependable kill switch. And unlike a lot of other VPNs, you don't have to worry about making sure you're using special servers optimized for torrenting. You can just connect to any server with the highest download speed using the time-saving speed test feature with ExpressVPN and go about your business right away. Nord makes it so that you can do these tasks on any server as well without having to pick a specialized server. Though for torrenting, you do have the option to access peer-to-peer servers for maximum efficiency while torrenting or securely sharing files at top speeds without putting your privacy at risk. And for streaming, I've tried unblocking multiple Netflix libraries like the Japanese and American libraries, and it worked with no problem whatsoever, despite Netflix's efforts to prevent VPNs from doing so. Nord has a Smart Play feature that's specifically designed to bypass geo-blocks and keep you secure at the same time. It combines DNS with VPN technology to easily evade blocks, but always maintain your security. For Surfshark, all servers are optimized for such tasks, and I had no problems unblocking multiple Netflix libraries. In fact, Surfshark is one of the absolute best at unblocking Netflix libraries. It reliably unblocks over 10 libraries, and using the WireGuard protocol, you won't even get close to buffering at all. And in terms of torrenting, there's no problem with peer-to-peer activity at all. All servers are capable of supporting any torrenting activity. Just pick the one with the highest speeds using the speed test feature and you're good to go. Now for security and features, by default, Express uses AES 256-bit encryption in combination with the OpenVPN protocol, a 4096-bit RSA key, and an SHA 512 HMAC authentication, which in other words is the same high-level encryption used by banks and governments. On top of that, ExpressVPN supports split tunneling, which lets you select which apps are protected via the VPN and which travel outside of it. Express also boasts a highly consistent kill switch, which for your information is automatically switched on upon your installation on your iOS. And Express also launched Trusted Server in 2019, which is a technology that ensures that your data is never written to the VPN server's hard drive, and it wipes all data with every reboot, as VPN servers run on RAM only. I've also detected no leaks during my testing. Moreover, Express runs its own private zero-knowledge DNS servers, which means that the websites you visit are all encrypted by ExpressVPN, not your ISP or a third party. That is a very important service in order for ExpressVPN to reach government-level privacy and security. And in case you're wondering, yes, ExpressVPN is one of the only VPNs that still works in China, despite the country's geo-blocks on VPN traffic. You're also able to access Chinese TV and websites, and your data will look like any normal browsing data through ExpressVPN's proprietary obfuscation, meaning that the Great Firewall of China won't be able to identify your VPN traffic. ExpressVPN operates in more than 3,000 servers across 160 locations in 94 countries, so you'll be able to connect to nearby servers no matter where you are in the world, and most of these servers support multiple protocols. ExpressVPN works great on many devices, and that includes Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Chromecast, Nintendo, PlayStation, Roku, and finally Xbox. ExpressVPN's excellent and easy-to-use router app and support means that it's also the best choice for console gamers and streaming device users, and it lets you secure up to 5 devices per subscription. Not to mention that the UI of Express is very intuitively designed with simplicity, efficiency, and ease of use in mind. Now when it comes to pricing, they have a monthly subscription for $12.95, a 6-month plan that goes down to $9.99, and a 12-month plan that drops the price down to $8.32 a month. And they do have a 30-day money-back guarantee in case you change your mind, and a responsive 24-hour live chat support is also available. Check the links down below for special deals on ExpressVPN if you're interested. Now getting into the security features of NordVPN, Nord does have a good variety of advanced options, with top-of-the-line protocols like OpenVPN and NordLynx as mentioned earlier, AES 256 GCM encryption with a 4096-bit DH key, the kill switch and split tunneling, as well as double VPN, which encrypts your internet traffic twice at the cost of lower speeds, and an ad blocker, though it may not block all ads, but it does block most, so you've nothing to lose by keeping that one on. DNS leak protection and obfuscation tools. Obfuscation tools only works with OpenVPN, since OpenVPN UDP is the most secure protocol out of the 3 available to you in NordVPN. And one thing to keep in mind when using obfuscation mode is that you'll have much fewer servers at your disposal. Though you won't need obfuscation unless you're living in a country with heavy restrictions like China, or a country where VPN usage may be banned, since obfuscation will essentially obfuscate your browsing data and make your browsing look like any other normal data, so that even your ISP won't be able to tell that you're using a VPN. Another cool feature you have is custom DNS, which some VPNs actually charge for. You can set up custom DNS servers in order to increase your speed if you're having trouble with your connection speed. A lot of people use the popular Google Open DNS servers, so that's an option as well. You could also use custom DNS servers for more parental controls on your router. Whether you need this feature or not, it's still a great option to have available to you. Now, while currently Nord uses hard drive storage rather than RAM storage, which means that all stored data is kept on a physical hard drive until it's manually erased. However, your personal data and information aren't stored, since NordVPN doesn't keep any logs, and NordVPN has promised to be moving towards RAM following the footsteps of ExpressVPN to provide greater anonymity, which means that the data will be automatically deleted after every machine reboot, and there won't be any physical drives to store anything on. I've also tested NordVPN for leaks, and as expected, there were no leaks at all. NordVPN has more than 5,500 servers in 59 countries. While 59 may not seem like a lot, there are in fact enough servers on the map that you will most certainly find a server that works well near you no matter where you are in the world. Nord works with many devices and game consoles, and it allows users to secure up to 6 devices per subscription, which is just about the industry standard. Not to mention that the UI, in my opinion, has the best design out of all the VPNs that I used. Nord's monthly cost of $11.95 may be considered on the pricey side compared to other VPNs, so you can get the 1-year plan for $4.92 a month. However, the price drops even more to $3.71 per month for the 2-year plan. I personally recommend either the 1 or 2-year plans considering the price drop. All plans come with a 30-day money-back guarantee in case you change your mind, and you have a 24-hour live chat support also available to you. Check the link in the description for special deals and discounts. Now getting into the security features of Surfshark, Surfshark uses the standard top-grade AES 256 encryption RSA 2048 handshake and HMAC SHA 256 data authentication. In addition to perfect forward secrecy, DNS leak blocking, a VPN kill switch, WebRTC leak blocking, multi-hop also known as double VPN, and whitelister, which is split tunneling. Also Clean Web, which is Surfshark's blocker of ads, trackers, and malware. Though it may not block all ads, it's not bad keeping that one on to avoid annoying pop-ups. As well as no borders mode or obfuscation, which allows you to bypass internet restrictions such as the Great Firewall of China. Coupled with the ShadowSox protocol, both make Surfshark a viable option for users that reside in countries with strict censorship laws. Of course, no leaks were detected in the DNS leak test that I made. And for the most impressive feature of all, to the best of my knowledge, Surfshark is the only VPN that allows for unlimited devices to be secured with one subscription. So it's ideal for big households or small companies looking for a cost-effective way to encrypt and secure their data. Surfshark enjoys a fairly large network of over 3,200 servers in over 65 countries, which isn't the largest, but they are spread out enough to give you multiple options regardless of your location, and they may be expanding in the future. Surfshark gives users the option to use static IPs, which some VPNs also charge for. So if you ever want to go back to the same IP for whatever reason, you have that option in the app. Static IP addresses make it easier to use voice over IP for teleconferencing or other voice and video communications. So companies, for example, can make good use of that. And as of July 2020, Surfshark began to operate on a completely diskless RAM-only server network, which is a big improvement for security and privacy. What that means is that the data is erased with every machine reboot, and there's no physical drive in which data is stored in. Surfshark operates on a multitude of devices, including gaming consoles and streaming devices, as well as Google Chrome and Firefox. With a very simple UI that makes it very easy to navigate, Surfshark also has a 24-hour live chat support and are always ready to provide users with guides and video tutorials depending on the issue they may be having. Price-wise, I really doubt you can find any high-quality VPN with such a low price, taking into account all the security and privacy benefits, on top of the reliability in unblocking Netflix libraries and the speed, and the fact that it works in countries with strict censorship. This is all packaged into a 2-year plan that costs you roughly $249 a month, $649 for the 6-month plan, and $12.95 for a single month. But obviously the plan that you'll want to get here is the 2-year plan, which amounts to roughly $60 per 2 years. I'll include a link in the description which will include some special deals and discounts if you're interested. And if you ever change your mind, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee in case you'd no longer like to continue with the service during your first month, as well as a 7-day trial available. Now, to conclude, all of these VPNs are excellent, top-grade VPNs that are worth their price. However, if you're looking for the absolute most premium of security and speed services, Express is the one. You can say that Express is like the Apple of VPNs. Very secure, easy to use, and known for reliability. And if you're looking for a slightly cheaper option that gives you the ability to secure one more device, custom DNS options, extra anonymity with double VPN, and generally a great service and speed, go with Nord. And finally, if you're new to VPNs and are looking for the most cost-effective way to secure your devices, reliably unblock the most amount of Netflix libraries, and still get those premium features for a fraction of the cost, go with Surfshark. And again, I'll include all links to special deals and discounts in the description down below. If you enjoyed this video or found it informative, please help us by liking and subscribing. It helps with getting the channel more exposure so we can continue to bring you content like this and more. Thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day.